Welcome to Abram Channeling with Tom and Susanna Masseri, channel, psychic medium, and authors of Reclaiming Your Intention and Power, Conversations with an Alien, and Living Beyond Death. Here, we explore the mysteries of metaphysics, the nature of consciousness and reality, spiritual awakening, and contact with beings beyond our world. If you would like to put faces to the voices, join us on YouTube and subscribe to Abram Channeled by Tom Masseri. To contact us, visit abramchanneling.net or mediumunplugged.com. Whether you're on a journey of inner discovery and awakening or simply curious about cosmic connections, you are in the right place. Let's dive in together.
Hello, my friends. Today, we will be discussing the art of self-mastery. And you have been hearing a lot about the Ascended Masters, my friends. Ascended Masters are those beings who reside as spirit, who used to be physical human beings, and they have mastered their lives. They have mastered their lifetime. They have mastered their reality. They have mastered their self. They have mastered their emotions. They have mastered time and space in physical terms also, Then, after having mastered all of that, their purpose in being had come to an end. So what they did then was they caused their physical death. And they moved on. They ascended. Now, some people say that they have ascended to the heavenly realms. To ascend means to rise or to rise above. When you die, your essence will step out of the body and into another dimension. It could be the next one, or the next one after that, or 10 dimensions away from your present dimension in and of your present reality. So really, you do not ascend. You do not rise. You transform your being from one state, which is physical, to the next state or another state, the non-physical. So, when you transform, you find yourself in situations in which you can know more about yourself, know more about reality, know more about your emotions, know more about everything around you, nature, reality, unreality, all of it. You will know more about all of it. But upon your death, when you die in physical terms, you will take with you what you had believed in your physical life. You will take with you also, all of those emotions that you had dealt with in physical life. You've spent time, as you know time to exist in physical terms, looking at yourself, re-evaluating yourself. You will answer to no one but your own self, You will not be judged by anyone or anything other than yourself if you have a need to judge yourself, which really there is no need to do at all, In death, as you say death, you will be free of everything that you had experienced in physical form, but you will have the memory and the emotions of all of that within you. And that will last for a time. In time, as you get to know yourself in and as your new form, you will begin then letting go of all of the physicalness that you had taken with you during your death process. Now, back to mastering life. Life is always changing. Reality is always changing. Time and space are always changing. the being, the individual, the person is always changing. Emotions are always changing. In physical life, you can involve yourself in a few or many things, and you will learn about those things. But the more you learn, the more you will have to learn. As you beings say, the more you know, the more questions you have. And in that case, you begin seeking the answers to those questions, and you find those answers, and they will bring more questions to you. So it is not that you are on a merry-go-round. You are on a quest, my friends, to find you, to find yourself. This is why you process your physical lives and your death, your non-physical lives over and over and over and over again, until you arrive at a point at which you begin to know yourself. Then you can move on and make the choice to not return as a physical human being, but reside as consciousness in any dimension that you choose, or all dimensions at the same time. And it will usually be all dimensions at the same time, because all dimensions and all realities are here and now only. As all time and space are here and now only also, So what you do is maybe you can become very, very good at one thing or a few things in physical life. Maybe you can be very good with art. So good that it will appear as if you have mastered art. But suddenly something will change in the structure of the art itself. There will be a new expression of art for you to learn. So you will learn that. And hey, I think I have mastered this. But oh wait, something else is changing now. So I will delve into it again and try it out again. You can learn and know an awful lot about music also, To master music means simply that you will have to know all forms, all structures of music. You will have to be able to play all forms, all structures of music. Music must become a very, very placed part of your being. It will take its place within you. When you think you have mastered music, the structure of music will change. When you look at time and space, do not even think that you can master time and space, because you cannot. So let that one go far away from you, my friends. You cannot do it at all, There are many things in life that you can be very, 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 very good at. Will you master them? No. Because everything changes. There is only and always change. And that means that you cannot master anything. You can practice at everything. So what you are really is a practitioner of life and of reality and of creation. You practice. As the physician will practice medicine, you practice at creating reality. Everyone practices at something or at many things. So being that you are a practitioner, all of those ascended masters are really transformed practitioners. This is what they are. Ascended master is, as you say, a highfalutin term for transformed practitioner. A fancy term. Now, as you go along through life, you stumble across things that catch your fancy, things that seem good to you. You enjoy them. You would really, really like to immerse yourself in or within them. and do as much as you can with and or within them. All things in life lie within the terms of structure of reality. You will build your reality based upon a certain foundation or structure so that you can immerse yourself in something, maybe art, maybe music, maybe something else. No matter what it is, you will be dealing with the cause and effect of what you are involved in and practicing. You cause many things, and you affect many things, and you affect a cause for many things, and you cause the effect for other or more things. So, all in all, you find yourself in your life as a practitioner. And again, you can become very, very good at something or a few things or at many things. But lose the idea of mastering, because you will not do it, because everything changes all of the time. God is not a master. God has not mastered itself, himself, herself, whatever you want to call God, because God is always changing. If you look at God as being nature, nature does not stay within one form. No, it always changes. It dies away, it comes back, it dies away, it comes back. It builds itself, it builds upon itself, it builds within itself, just as you do as a physical human being, you know. So looking at God as being really nature, this is telling you that nature has created you in its image. You do the same thing that nature does. God does not live and die and live and die and live and die and live and die. No. Nature will live and die and live and die, and you will live and die and live and die also. So you are really, in effect, nature. Now, looking at yourself that way, being nature, you can also realize, that nature will never master itself either, my friends. It will just continue to change within its own structure and within the environment that it creates for itself, just like you do. You do one thing, that one thing will lead to another thing. That will lead to another thing. That will lead, and so on 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 until you die. Then you begin all over again. You take what you had in physical form and you will build on that, and that will lead to one thing, that will lead to another thing, so on and so on and so on and so on. Then you decide that you might enjoy being a physical human being again. So you are reborn as a physical human being, and it goes all over again. All over again. Then you die again. It goes all over again. If you were to master yourself, you would no longer be physical. You would no longer be non-physical. You would just be without form, without reason, really without meaning. You would have mastered yourself, but you would mean nothing. In life, everything has a meaning. Everything must mean something to itself, something else, or someone else. You, each of you will have your own meaning as to why you are alive in physical form. And with that meaning, you will build a purpose in being alive. It can be anything. It can be, again, an artist, musician, a doctor, anything. And you will begin to practice your purpose. And you will keep practicing that purpose, and you will never master it. Because your purpose will change. Because your emotions will change. And your intuition will change, and your knowledge will change, and your awareness will change. Everything about you, your instinct, everything about you will change all of the time. Now, within your being, there is something called desire. Desire does not ever stay the same. It is always changing. And desire is one part of you that will bring you from one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next, and so on and so on and so on and so on. So as you are practicing your reality, You are practicing what you are. If you do not yet know what you are, really take time, take a few days or a few months or a year, and think about what you are. And when you finally realize what you are, it will have changed many times over again, my friends. So what you are will never be mastered either, It will always change. Everything is always changing. Now, take a look at all those alien beings. They began just like you. They began as you. They have evolved through many, many, many hundreds and thousands of years, as you know, time to exist. They are also changing. They are just a part of the universe as you are a part of the universe. And you and all those aliens are a part of nature. Nature is the grand God. Nature is the grand God. And you all live your lives according to nature. What is in nature? The weather. That is one thing found in nature. You live your life according to weather. What else is found in nature? Time is found in nature. You live your lives according to time. And even when you die your physical death, you will still have time within you. You will have the memory of time within you. So you will spend a certain amount of time as you knew time to exist in physical form to get to know yourself. Then you can begin dropping away, letting go of, bit by bit, your physical existence that you had just left. So, self-mastery is all about practicing. This is what self-mastery is, practicing. You do things and you do them well, and you know you are doing them well. So good for you. Keep doing them well. When you master something, you are only and just doing the best you can. So in one sense, you are a master through your entire life, from your birth, through your death, into your next life. You are always a master because you are doing your best. When you realize that you have done your best, then you become, in a sense, the master. Doing your best is the best that you can do. You cannot do any better. Well, I did something last week, but I could have done it better. No, you could not have done it better because you just did it. And you did it to the best of your ability. You did not know you could have done it better until you had completed it. As for your body, you live your life according to beliefs. And you have a belief in health, good and ill health. If you had no belief, you would never become sick, my friends. You would just be. And to just be, then you would be, in a sense, healthy all of the time. The body is health. The reason for the body is to be healthy. The natural state of the body is good health. And you can take away the word good and simply use health. Or you can even remove the word health and simply say, the natural state of the body is to just be. When you are just being, you are then without all negative or positive influence. And when you are just being, you are just being within the terms and conditions of your own self and your own awareness and your own reason and purpose for being alive as a physical human being or a non-physical being. You beings test yourselves all of the time. Why are you testing yourself? Do you think that by testing yourself you will get better at something? You challenge yourselves also. A challenge can be a good thing, but usually challenge will wind up being something that will cause anxiety, frustration, all of the rest that you really do not need during the course of any lifetime. What you need instead, and I use the word need in a very healthy, positive way, is to be self-realized within the terms and conditions of what you are. When you are self-realized, then you can eliminate terms and conditions and simply reside. Simply reside. When you can do that, then you can recognize yourself and realize yourself as being nature itself. Then you are God itself, himself, herself, however you define your God. You have made God more important than you are. This is not a good thing. God created you, but you created God to create you, so you are equal with God. Many people will disagree with that, and that is just fine. People need to find truth in their own way for themselves, and it usually will take several lifetimes to find truth. Because in the meantime, what you are doing is you are practicing things that eventually lead to a truth. You practice yourself. You practice yourself. You do things, and you practice at being you. This is all you are doing. Through your entire life, you are practicing at being you. And again, you do your best when you do things. Doing your best, again, is the best that you can do. There is no reason, no need to test yourself. Tests usually bring up sour memories of childhood, being in school. A test. Oh my God, a test. I'm having a test. Oh my God, I might fail it. I will fail it. I know it. I'm nervous. I'm hyper. I cannot do this. Test is not a good thing. Challenge is a bit better, but allowance is the best, Allow yourself. Allow yourself to practice being you. Allow yourself to practice being you. Take off and take away all of the restrictions, the deadlines, and all the rest that you place on and upon yourself all of the time. Take them away. Let go of them. They mean nothing. All they do is create anxiety and stress, which you do not need. Because, as you might know by now, stress kills. Stress kills the body. It kills the creative aspect of the being. It kills the creative energy. It reforms the creative, healthy energy into negative energy. And that will allow all illness to grow. Stress creates illness. Anxiety creates illness. If you want to drop stress and anxiety, then I would suggest that you practice, since you are practicing at being you, and since you are practicing at creating a reality, practice silence a couple of times a day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day, or even 1 time a day. For 10 minutes, sit, do not lie. Sit with a straight spine and practice silence. If you catch your mind wandering and thinking about things, stop, open your eyes, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and begin practicing silence again. What this does to your body is it promotes health, of course, in your body, It also brings to you many ideas that you usually will not be able to grasp in your waking state because of your conscious mind chattering away all of the time. Silence is where you find ideas. It is where you find reality. Reality is found in silence because you are more apt to let loose your creative energy, because you are more and more and more willing to use, extend, and express what you call not only your emotions, your desire, your intuition, but your imagination. Looking at imagination, you always practice imagining things. You never master imagining things. You cannot do that, because your imagination will change, as things will change, as situations, ideas, thoughts, and everything else will change. But imagination will allow you to be one thing. It will allow you to be the grand creator of your own reality. This is as close to being a master as you will ever get, my friends, a grand creator. So you are a grand creator now. When you die and when you leave your physical body, you will be a transformed practitioner. Then you will also be a transformed practicing grand creator. So all of these physical human beings who talk about grand masters, ascended masters, this master, that master, they really, if they want to, can begin looking at the idea of practice and let go of the idea of mastering, because you cannot be a master, my friends. You can be that grand creator. And again, this is as close as you will come to being a master at anything. To be the grand creator means you allow things to change, you allow the structure of things to change, the meaning of things to change, and the reason of things to change. And you, as you say, go with the flow and create and change and structure and restructure again and build and rebuild upon and within all of those things that are changing all of the time. When you think to yourself, I have a feeling that I am going to enjoy this food. I have a feeling that it will be good for my body. This is your intuition talking to you, guiding you. Now, as you practice more, letting the intuitive part of you be itself without influencing it, and many times you people will influence your intuition in this way. I feel good about eating this food. I know it will be good for me. I cannot eat too much of it. That will be bad for me. This is how you influence your intuition and yourself, my friends. Letting the intuitive part of you have its freedom, it will bring you into your own knowing. Many times you people think, well, I'm thinking of something, I'm getting something from somewhere or someone, but maybe it might just be my imagination. Absolutely, it is your imagination. Everything is your imagination. So take that imagination and let it blend and merge itself within the structure of what you know to be your intuition. Then what you have is awareness. And all things are found in your awareness. All things reside in your awareness. You reside within your awareness. Your awareness does not reside within you. You reside within your awareness. So, to reside within your awareness on a higher level, all you have to do is have a nice conversation with what you call your higher self. And simply say, I would like you to more and more and more guide me through my lifetime. Now, to do this, you must, and I use the word must in a healthy, positive way, you must have one thing going for you, and that is trust. You will trust in your higher self because it will really never let you down. It will really never steer you in the wrong way. You must have trust in your intuitive power, in your intuition, and you must have trust in yourself being the grand God, the grand creator, enough to let your intuition and higher self do their job for you. You have created your own higher self. You have created it. You can call it the subconscious mind or the unconscious mind or the hyperconscious mind. You can call it anything you want. The higher part of you is the part of you that lies within and resides within the knowing that you are always doing your best, you are always in command of all situations, and you are always ready to allow all things to change and to be what they will be, because they will change and they will be what they want to be and what they are to be anyway. Now, looking at the intuitive part of you. You have a feeling about something. And this is a good feeling, or it could be a bad feeling. Many times you get that bad feeling. If I don't do this, I know something bad will happen to me. If I do this, I know something bad might happen to me. First of all, define or redefine the words good and bad. Because really, good and bad are equal. They are just states of consciousness that you will create with a definition. You have defined good and bad. It is time to redefine them. Good, bad, right, wrong, and all the rest. Redefine them. Find your own definition. My definition would be they are really nothing. They are really nothing. They mean nothing. What means everything is what I do within the terms of my own awareness and what I do to the best of my ability. This is what means everything to me. I do everything to the best of my ability, and I know I do everything to the best of my ability, and that makes me the grand creator, the grand God of my own reality. And since reality is nothing more than an illusion, reality is changing with everything I do. So, if you think you have mastered something, think again. Because when you do that something, you create something else within your reality to practice at. The more you practice, the better you will be. If you practice every minute of the day and night, never eat, never sleep, never do anything but practice what you're practicing, you will still never master it. It is an impossibility. Again, because everything changes. So, to get to know your intuition, get to know your higher self, and allow the intuition and the higher self to do their job for you. Just give them the permission to do their job for you, and they will do it to the best of their ability. Did that answer your question, my friend? All right, thank you. Thank you. Are there any other questions at this point in time? All right. Silence tells me no. No more questions at this point in time. Thank you. Now, look at, again, the idea of silence. It is an idea, as is everything. Everything is just an idea. Silence, being an idea, will bring you ideas. When you are in silence, you will have more ideas than you will ever have in your waking, functioning state of being. Again, because of the chatter of your conscious mind. Bringing silence into your life, into your reality, into your being, into your body, into your awareness, into your mind, into your soul, into anything, will give you the opportunity to look at your reality in a new and different way, a new and different way, a doable way, a doable way. You will have your reality be in a doable way, which means not only can you do what you want, not only can you do what you want anytime you want, not only can you do what you want anytime you want in any way you want, but you can also do something with your reality so that it can recreate itself within itself. Now, people talk about space as being empty. Space is empty. It is emptiness. Other people are learning that space is more than a fabric. It is something real. It is not empty. There are things in space that you cannot see. Does not mean they are not there. When you view space, when you look at space as being not empty but full of life, teeming with things you cannot see, you can begin to look at your reality as being the same way, my friends. Your reality is not that much of an empty illusion. It is a full, lively illusion, which means you can allow it to recreate itself within itself and have two realities within your present state. Having two realities within your present state, then what you can do, if you know how to do this, and this takes a lot of practice, is you can transform yourself from time to time within your dual reality and find yourself in different times, living different lives at one time. And again, to do this, you will have to know how to do it, and it will take a lot of practice, my friends, a lot of practice. What you can also do when you have two realities existing within each other is you can then compound your universe and cause another universe within your universe and realize it, recognize it, and be able to see it in physical terms. Bending space is an idea. Folding the fabric of space is an idea. Empty space is an idea. All things are ideas. Now, let us keep this simple. Your reality is space. It is a space. Space is your reality also, you know. So when you use your silence in the right way, in the proper way, and again, this will take practice also, you can then realize in physical terms the merging, the blending of your reality or realities with the universe or the universes. Which means what you can do then is pull all space within a tiny place within your reality and view the entire universe or universes within one tiny place in your reality. Now imagine that you are sitting and looking around your home, thinking of your reality and everything and everyone in it. Just imagine you are doing that. Now also imagine at the same time you are seeing your universe. All of the stars, all of the planets, all of the galaxies, you are seeing it all. Now as you are doing that, imagine also, my friends, that you are pulling that universe into your reality. You are not making it smaller, but it will appear to be smaller. So imagine it as being smaller, but containing the entire self within it. So that small universe will be the entire universe, but in a small version of itself, but still as infinite as it always has been, always will be. This is now in a place, in a tiny place in your reality. Now, what I would like you to imagine is you are folding with your mind. You are folding the fabric of your reality and you are placing it within that tiny universe. So what you're doing now is you're finding yourself in a non-existent space, looking at the universe as being very tiny, but having your reality in it. Now what I want you to do, as you are doing all of this, I want you to imagine now that that universe is growing, and it is growing and getting bigger and bigger, and you are being able to see the stars, the planets, the galaxies all around you. Look up at the sky, imagine you are doing that, and imagine you are seeing your reality floating around as a star, a planet. Just floating around, being brilliant. You can see it no matter where it goes, no matter how close or how far from you it is, you can see it. It is glowing, it is pulsating. What I want you to do now is I want you to fix your focus on your reality being out there or in there in space, in your universe, being a part of your universe. And I want you to let it begin growing within the universe. Have it grow to the size of the universe, if you can imagine the size of your universe, which you cannot do, but practice at doing it because you are a practitioner. So practice at doing that. And as you are imagining your reality growing and 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 growing, you find yourself just like you are nothing more than one little speck of sand upon the entire planet Earth. This is how small you have become now in your imagination within your reality. And really, this is how you really are in reality. You are that tiny. You are that tiny because your reality has that much to offer to you. Of course, you are not that small. Of course, your reality is always growing, always expanding, and you think that you know your reality, but you do not, my friends. You do not know it. You do to a degree, but you do not. But within the silence, you can get to know your reality more and more and more and more and more and more. And you can begin to imagine all of the things or more of the things that your reality can do for you. Because your reality is to give you what you need and what you want and what you desire. Why? Because you create your reality to do that for you. It is just that simple. And by creating it, you are what? Practicing it. Absolutely. Practicing it, You practice at practicing also, my friends. You practice at practicing. You never do practicing. You practice practicing. This is what you do. You can never master practicing. It is an impossibility. So you practice at mastering, and you practice at practicing, and you wind up practicing everything. And if you think about all of this, you might drive yourself crazy. So take time and let all of this sink within your awareness and let all of it find its place within your being so that you can get to understand it all, because it is really, really all very, very simple. Now, back to those alien beings. When you look at those alien beings, when you imagine them, or even if you see them in physical terms, you are seeing nothing more than yourself in a future time. You are what they are in a future time. You are them. They are you. When they, most of them, not all of them, when they visit you on your planet, they are looking at you and seeing themselves from a past time. And the reason that they are abducting physical human beings is because they are curious about how they began. Don't you ever think about how physical life began, how you began? Don't you think? Absolutely you do all of the time. All of the time. This is what they do. They are not better than you. They are more technologically advanced than you are. They are not better than you. They are just in a different mode of functionality than you are. This is all that they are, all they can be. They are growing, expanding, learning about themselves just as you are all the time. And they have lifetimes and they have death and they have more lifetimes just as you do. Now, technology brings to you many, 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 many things you have not dreamed of, and it will bring to you many things you cannot now conceive of or imagine. You cannot. You cannot, because you do not know what it can bring to you. This does not mean that you must fear it. It only means that you do not yet understand it. When you see it, you will understand it. Then you will accept it. Then you will become it. Then you will allow it, and you will act it all of the time, throughout your day, throughout your life, throughout your death, throughout your next life, and so on and so on and so on and so on. Technology is a very good thing, but people need to understand what you are doing with technology, because it can be very harmful to you. You view the atom. Think of the atom. What can you do with the atom? You can do many things with the atom. There are atoms within your body. They are your atoms. There are atoms within your body that belong to someone else, to many people, to all people. When you breathe, you literally breathe in the atoms of all people. So this is how you are, all people. This is how you are connected to everyone. This is how everyone is connected to everyone else. through, with, and by atom exchange. Atom exchange. Now, think about thought exchange. Thought exchange is really nothing more than allowing your thought its freedom to find itself within a different structure of life. You can think to an animal, and the animal will realize your thought. You can think to someone else. If that someone else is aware, and all people are aware, but sometimes you just lose sight of your awareness, that individual will get your thought, know what you were thinking. So you really do not have to speak with words and language. You can think to each other. When you think, the energy of that thought will travel throughout the universe and come back to you. And this takes place within an instant of a second of time. You think it, it has already come back to you. Your emotions work the same way. When you can think to an animal with emotion, it will realize what you are thinking. It will know what you are talking to it about or thinking to it. The same with human beings. People can look into your eyes and tell exactly what you are thinking. Exactly what you are thinking. You have what you call facial expressiveness, expression. You have a face for every emotion. Every emotion within you, you will have a facial expression for or with. Joy, anger, all of them. You will have a facial expressiveness or expression for each one and all of them. Body language is found really in the eyes and in the face. Not really that much in the entire body, a bit, but more so in the eyes and in the face. Now, what does this have to do with mastering your reality? Nothing. I just thought I would throw it in. This tells you, on the other hand, that when you are feeling an emotion, look into a mirror and look at your face and see what your face is doing. Then what you can do is, if the emotion is uncomfortable or one that you do not enjoy, begin to change your facial expression and smile and turn it into joy. If you feel a very good, very joyous emotion, look in the mirror and look at your face. And if you are smiling, if your eyebrows have lifted up, lift them up more and smile more. And part your lips and smile as hard as you can. When you can do this, my friends, what you are doing also is you are healing your body. And part of trying to be a master is healing the body. Here we go again with the silence. Silence heals the body. Because you are not focused on health, good health, bad health, no health at all. You are not focused on anything. You are unfocused. And to be unfocused is to be the best thing that you can be. Because then you are allowing all things to come to you in the best ways that work for your highest good. This is what you do. Silence is very, very important. Every day, 1 time a day, 2 or 3 times if you can. This would be even better, 10 minutes at a time, silence, pure silence. And again, if you find the chatter taking place in your conscious mind, open your eyes, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and begin all over again. And just experience silence. If your mind continues to erupt with the chatter, then tell your mind it is time for you to settle down. It is time for silence to be a part of our reality. And you will magically find that your mind is settling down. You need to talk to yourself as much as you can, my friends. You need to talk to your body, because your body needs something different all throughout your day and every day. It needs different things, and you need to find out from your body what it needs throughout your day and every different day, because every day it is different. Your body it changes. It is different. Cells die away and they regrow. New ones regrow. You know this by now. This tells you that when you talk to your body, ask your body what it needs, it will tell you. Talk to your emotions. Talk to the emotions. Why do you exist as you do? Why do you express yourself as you do? Why do I react the way I do when I realize you? They will talk back with you. Talk to your reality. Hello, reality. Good morning. How are you? What do you need today? I will give you what you need so that you can give me what I need also, Your reality will talk to you. Talk to your universe. But watch out. People might think you crazy if you are walking around looking at the sky talking. So do this silently. Hello, universe. I enjoy you. I am a part of you. You are a part of me. What can we do together today? What can we do together today? And just go about your day. It will talk to you in silent ways. You will not hear it. You will feel it. You will feel it. You will feel it. Talking is practicing the art of creating reality. Talking to your body is practicing the art of change and allowance of change. Talking to your emotions, allow them to see themselves as they are and have the opportunity to change themselves within their own structure so they can be the same emotion, but express themselves in different ways, maybe gentler ways. So you are a practitioner at life, at reality, at the self, at emotions, at intuition, at imagination, at all of it. You practice also at being a part of nature, a part of God. Practice, this is a big one. Practice, this is a big one. Practice believing that you can do anything and that you know how to do anything. Practice that. This will bring you very close to being a master. Very close. So let us say you have a goal for your life and you begin practicing at creating your goal and you're doing just fine. But you have to bear in mind that you need to leave room for change because your goal and all of your goals will change as you go throughout your life, as you practice doing what you're doing, being how you are, and being what you are. Principles will always change. However, when you are in silence, everything becomes one. When you are in silence, everything becomes one. This means that you become God, nature, the universe, your awareness, your reality, your planet, other people. Everything becomes one in silence. I will say it again. In silence, everything becomes one. Everything becomes the same. So when you focus on your attention, of course, it will become your intention. Now, if you can take that focus of attention and bring that within your silence, what do you think will happen? You will not only have your intention, not only become your intention, not only express your intention, you will have every opportunity at hand to create anything based upon that intention. And you will also be able to see how intention will create the bulk of your lifetime. The bulk of your lifetime. Does that answer your question? Thank you also. So, at this point, I trust that all of you are doing well. What I would really like for all of you to do, from this moment on, if you want to, and it is your choice, and I understand that, and I applaud that. I would like all of you to begin practicing at one thing. One thing. And I want you to choose that one thing. I will not tell you what it is. I want you to choose that one thing that you will practice at. And keep practicing at it. And when you think you have become fairly good at it, or good, or really good, or pretty good, then begin practicing at one more thing. So then you will be practicing at two things. As you are doing that, I want you then to realize that you can practice at more than one thing at a time, and you can create more than one thing at a time. This is what I would like for you to do. And if you do this, what you will realize is potential. You will realize potential. And you will also realize that your earth is potential. All people are potential. You are potential. Emotions are potential. Imagination is potential. Your reality is a huge potential. And your universe is a grand potential. And nature is all potential. All potential. Thank you, my friends. I've really enjoyed myself being with you today. I love all of you. I wish for all of you to enjoy your day, your week, your month, your year, your entire lifetime. And I will simply say good night and again, thank you.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. If you enjoyed our conversation, please subscribe and share the podcast with anyone who might resonate with these topics. We'd love to have you join us for the next episode as we continue exploring consciousness and spirit together. Until then, take care and keep seeking.